I'm back from work and we're going to get this pear preserves done. And you can see that they sit all night and all day today because it's just about 5:30. I'm just now getting home just a little while ago. So that's how long they've sit, and they have made a lot of juice and a lot of syrup in there. And I tasted them, and the pears are really tender. Um, some of them are starting to get a little bit translucent, not even cooking them yet. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get them in my, and I may have to use 2 pots. I'm not sure yet. But I'm going to get my pears in my pot, and I think I'm going to put a little bit of brown sugar. Not a whole lot because it's plenty sweet. Because if you watched the last video, that I layered pears and sugar and pears and sugar and pears and sugar. And with them sitting like they did for that many hours, it made this much syrup in there. So they all be good and sweet. But anyways, I'm still going to put a little bit of brown sugar and some cinnamon in there. And I'm going to cook them down for about 2 hours. So let me get all this in my pot. I may have to get another pot, I'm not sure. And we'll get this going. Guys, I can't believe it, but I got all them pears in this one pot. And I can't quit eating them. They're so good. When you talk about going to be some good pear preserves, these are going to be delicious. But I still can't believe I got them all in this pot. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take me a little bit of cinnamon. And it's all to taste. I don't like a whole lot of cinnamon, but I do like a little bit in some of my preserves and butters and stuff like that. And I'm going to take I think I'll put about a ½ a cup of brown sugar in here. I don't want it too sweet, but I like a little bit of that molasses flavoring in it. So I'm going to stir this up. And I'm going to put a lid on it, and I'm just going to let this cook down for about 2 hours. And when we come back, we're going to can them up, put them in the pantry. But I guarantee you, we'll have these ate up fast this winter. But I have a whole nother 5-gallon bucket out there on the porch that I'm going to make pear butter out of. Now, I've already got a video making pear butter. So if y'all want to go back and watch that, it's pear butter. It's real easy. It's the same concept as apple butter. So I'm going to leave that alone. Start supper. Let it cook down for 2 hours, and we'll be back. Okay, the pears have been cooking for a little over 2 hours. And you can see how the juice has thickened up and it's cooked down pretty good. And if you'll take one of the little pears, I mean, some of them are almost translucent. And that's about the point I like them. I don't want them real mushy because we're going to process them too to put on the shelf, so. But I think they're ready to be canned at this point. I did put a little bit more cinnamon in it, but I think they're plenty sweet enough. So they've been in here about 2 hours and 15 minutes. My jars are over here getting hot. I got everything set up. So we'll start jarring these preserves up, getting them in the water bath and Getting them sealed up. Okay guys, I've got my hot jars out here. I got my lids in some warm water. Got my rings ready. Got a little bit of vinegar here. And I won't be putting nothing in these jars but the pears. So there won't be no lemon juice or nothing like that added to it, because I added that to it when last night before I put the lid on for them to sit all night. I put some lemon juice in there. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to fill these jars up, and you just want to make sure you get plenty of liquid in the jars too with your pears. And I'm going to leave about a ½ inch headspace in each jar. And I'm not sure how many jars I'm going to get out of this. I'll just have to play it by ear and see where it takes us. But the juices have really thickened up. It smells really good. I tasted the pears and they taste really good. They're not, they just have a real good taste to them. Now, I've got some pears left that I need to make a little bit of pear butter. And people have been asking me about doing a video making pear butter, and I do have a video out. It's one of my older videos. I'll put the link down below for it if y'all can't find it. Pretty much, making pear butter is pretty much the same concept as making apple butter. But with some of my pears that I've got left over, I'm going to make some pear mincemeat for Christmas. And that's my cousin Julie's recipe. And I'm wanting to really make some up because she's got some really good recipes that she uses this pear mincemeat in for cakes and breads and stuff. So I thought y'all might like that. So I want to do that too with some of these pears. And I know that there's so many people who keep telling me to go get some more pears, and my son-in-law and daughter have a pear tree over on the farm that's just loaded with pears. So this was a good year for pears here in Arkansas, at least in our area. But I'm going to keep filling my jars up. Like I said, I'm not sure how many I'm going to get. I might have to get me another jar or two out. But we'll see how many I get. And then we'll come back and we'll get them in the canner. Okay, I'm going to take my debubbler and go down the sides of the jar and just down the middle. Get the bubbles out. Smell this pear preserves reminds me of the smell of Christmas. I think I could put a little bit more in this one. But you always, regardless how much liquid's in there, you always want to debubble your jars. And I had to get me a couple more jars to have enough. I'm going to take my paper towel and my vinegar, and I'm just going to wipe the rims off, because that is sticky. Now, what I was talking about when I said I was going to make some pear mincemeat, I know a lot of y'all probably know what that is, and it's just it's fruit, it's pears and oranges and, you know, just all kinds of fruits and nuts, and it's going to make a really good cake and bread. sweetbreads for Christmas. So if y'all want to see that recipe of the pear mincemeat, just let me know, because I am going to be making some out of these pears. I've got her recipe. She sent it to me, so I've got it here. And I plan on making her recipe for her cake and her bread and stuff that she makes with it. I'm gonna get me some lids. I don't know. I'm hoping that, I know I got to do a pie this week for the collaboration, so I'm hoping that I can get my pear mincemeat made too. Ooh, that jar's hot. So I'm going to put my lids on. I'll put my rings on, finger tight, and I'm going to start putting these in here and getting them out of my way. I've got 2 more jars in here. Set them out of my way. So I'm thinking about going ahead and ask Miss Tammy if we'd just go ahead and spread the pie collaboration out all through November, because there's still people wanting to put their pie recipes in there, and I think that's pretty good. That way we'll just have loads and loads of pie recipes for the holidays. So I'm going to get the rest of my rings on here, and we'll get them in the water bath. Get the boil up, and then we'll turn the timer on for 25 minutes. Okay, the water's rolling, and I got the timer set for 25 minutes. Here they are, guys, after 25 minutes in the water bath canner, and they look really pretty. They're going to be good this winter on some hot biscuits. About a thumbs up, guys, and y'all come back and see us, and God bless everybody.